Thank you all for welcoming me here. Andy called me up about a week ago and asked if I would comment a little bit about Microsoft's interest in high-speed rail, which came about 2 years ago. I will apologize because it is our product and I am not going to show a PowerPoint. So I know you're all really disappointed right now. So a couple years ago, Microsoft often launches a number of new initiatives, and one of them was called the Cascada Innovation Corridor. And it was a concept basically to look at Seattle and the Vancouver region, which had many similarities. We were both very active in mixed reality innovations that we were doing. We had a very diverse workforce that was going on. Microsoft, a third of our workforce in the Redmond area is foreign. As well up in Vancouver. We were only about 100 miles apart. There's a lot of common interest in healthcare, cancer research, education areas, STEM education, and then we also were very trade dependent and we had significant ports. And so we thought we were both small to mid-sized cities, and couldn't we be much more powerful as a region if we came together, as these two cities came together as a region? And so we decided to have a conference, and the conference was called the Cascade Innovation Corridor. And our board of directors actually helped host this conference, and Satya Nadella, as well as Bill Gates, and then also King County Executive Dow Constantine, which will follow me, spoke at that, as did our governor, and then the BC Premier spoke, and then the Prime Minister Trudeau was also supposed to speak, but unfortunately got tied up and had to cancel at the very last minute, literally the day of. But it was a very successful conference, and from that, we decided to continue to pursue this concept of coming together as a region. And from that, there's a number of different initiatives that have come out of it around education, around research, around economic development, and we're having another conference here on October 9th. And this will be the third of 5 that we plan to have. Accumulating around the 100th anniversary of the Peace Arch opening in Labor Day weekend 2021. And so one of the other outcomes that came from it is around infrastructure and border crossing. And 2 ideas that came from this, and one of them, which the King County Executive will speak to, is high-speed rail. And it was incredibly important to us that the mobility between the 2 regions improve. And the second was called the Nerdbird, which is the float planes. And so we successfully launched the Nerdbird this spring. And we now have a float plane that runs between downtown Seattle and downtown Vancouver, twice a day, I believe, at this point. And it's been very successful, and Microsoft uses it often, but Amazon uses it even more so because it's closer to Amazon's campus. But good for them. That's okay. So that's been great. But now a number 1 priority for Microsoft as well is to really see and pursue this high-speed rail effort happen. Now, a number of other people, and we heard from Brad earlier, speak about the effort that Portland has been doing as well on this corridor. Microsoft is very supportive of everybody who's working on this effort. We have worked with the state, with the county, with the BC government, with the Canadian government. We work with the BC Business Council. We work with the Washington business community. We work with community leaders. There's a lot of momentum around this. But one of the things that our region loves to do is study things, and that's not the way Microsoft likes to do things. So we are trying to leverage what we do to really kind of push people around, let's make decisions, let's set goals, let's have a vision, and let's develop a strategy. So I am now going to turn this over to the executive to kind of talk about what we are doing in this arena. But first I'm going to lead with a video that the executive presented 2 years ago at the conference. And then I'm open to any questions following at the end of this. So.
Vancouver, British Columbia, and Seattle, Washington. 2 great cities, just 190 kilometers apart, that share unparalleled natural beauty, a rich history of exploration and innovation, and common values. As close as they are, and for all they share, more can be done to bring them together. By partnering more closely, we can drive cross-border economic growth and innovation. Transportation and the free, fast movement of people across the region is one of the best opportunities to bring us together. Even in today's high-tech world, nothing fosters collaboration like meeting face-to-face. Imagine high-speed rail that breezes past traffic jams and border crossings, An express train offering stress-free travel, Wi-Fi, and a sustainable link between Vancouver and Seattle. Imagine our world-class universities and research institutions collaborating face-to-face on the next medical breakthrough. Imagine the two cities working together to create a new innovation cluster, tackling the world's biggest challenges with a diverse, connected workforce. This vision can become a reality if we break down the barriers to greater productivity and innovation. High-speed rail can also serve as the backbone for a Cascadia Innovation Corridor, bringing opportunity and growth to the entire region. Cities, like people, succeed when they work together and connect more closely to create opportunities. A high-speed rail system would build on our shared history. It would allow us to continue exploring new ideas together, and it would represent a path we can travel together toward a brighter, more prosperous future for everyone across our great region.